let's look at that problem of the day. And here we have it. How thematic. After trick or treat, Lucy discovered that she had 24 candy bars, making up 25% of her total stash. Woo! Pretty good stash there, Lucy. How many treats did she collect in all? Again, trick or treat night, Lucy discovered that she has 24 candy bars, making up 25% of her total stash. How many treats did she collect in all? Okay, let's take a look at this problem. This is a percent problem, but it's got a little bit of a trick-or-treat flair to it, all right? And many of you young ones out there going like, wow, can we figure that out? Sure we can, sure we can. You know how many you've got? We're going to try to figure out where did it all come from without having to count out maybe all of your all of your candies there. If you knew you had 1/4 of it right there, that's what, by the way, that's what 25% is. Let's see where we're going on that. So starting off, let's play it as, I like to do it as a proportion. All right, let's do this proportion. So let's see, we've got a starting point, which we would call the part. We're looking for, we're ending point. This is where we ended up. We know we have 24. We want to go back. We want to go back to the base. Go back to the base. Now, percent always goes over 100. Always goes over 100. So we've got 25 over 100. Now remember I said something about 1/4. That's what that means, okay? 25 over 100 is actually 1/4. If you wrote that percent as a fraction, you'd be at 1/4. You could just reduce that, divide 25 into both of those numbers, you get 1/4 also. But let's go ahead and put our other numbers in here, because like I said, it's always percent over 100 because that's what percent means, divided by 100. Now, question is, part or base? Like I said, it's where we end up. So this time it's the part. It's the part of the stash, so to speak. We want to know how many items she has in her stash. In other words, how many treats in this case. So we'll call it X there. We don't know what it is. There we go. There it appears. And we're going to keep 25 over 100. Now, some of you have already gotten wise on me, I'm sure, said, Ernie, we can reduce that to 1/4. Won't that make it a lot easier? It certainly would. All right. For those of you who weren't thinking that far along and going in that direction, we can still work this out. Help with the calculator and, you know, a little long division, we can get there. So let's see what this is going to take us. This is going to take us to where we cross multiply. And I'm just going to leave the numbers as they are, and then I may come back and do it with the 1/4 if we have time and show you actually it is a lot easier. But let's see, we've got 25 times this value x, we don't know what it is, but there it is, equaling on the other side, my goodness, what do we got? We got 24 times 100. Well, that one's easy. 24 adds zeros to it, 2 of them, by the way, because it's 100. 2400 we get, all right? Time to divide. Let's go calculator on this one, all right, guys? Let's see. Can we take me over there? Thank you. And what we're going to do, we're going to divide. What are we going to divide, everybody out there? Y'all know? Of course you do. You're on Mathline today. We're going to take 2400, and we are going to divide it by that 25 and see what we come up with. I'm getting 96. Y'all got 96 back there? Almost 100, not quite, but we get 96. Because what we're going to do, at this point, we divide to undo that 25x. We divide 25 into 2,400. Now, I said, would we get the same thing if we had reduced down to 1/4 there? Honestly, we should. It's the same fraction. So let's check it out. We would start with, again, 24 over x, because that's what we know. We're looking for the base. Where do we get started from? And on the other side, we got 1/4. 1/4. Cross multiply. Oh, this time it's really easy because we get x. Equals to, go ahead and multiply those two guys together, equals to 96. So either way, we got a 96 for our final answer. Let me give you one bit of caution before we go anywhere here on this. Sometimes people forget you can cancel up and down on a fraction. You can divide that out anytime. That's why we can get 1/4. But let me be very careful with you. With an equals here, we cannot go on the diagonal and cancel 24 and 4 and get 6. That's not going to work. All right, for one thing, it's going to end us with 6, and the answer certainly is not 6. You can't, that's not the context of this problem. So what you got to be very careful is with an equals, that's when we cannot cancel on the diagonal. If it had a multiplication sign there, in other words, if it said 24 over x times 1/4, we could do that little cancellation. We'd have something like 6 over x, which wouldn't help us out. But this problem has equals. Be careful when you're learning these tricks of cross multiplying. You can't cancel on a diagonal if there's an equal in between the proportion parts, all right? So again, little thing to keep up with, little thing to take care of, just a little detail makes you a better math student, all right? Hey, there's our problem of the day.